Hey guys, welcome to Fantasy Tip. This is your co-host Max, and this is the Week 16 Ad Player Weekend video. As always, we are gonna take a look around at who has double headers, back-to-back games, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, and who plays Friday and Sunday, so that you can make the best ads for your week and get those W's. This week we have 8 games Friday, 11 games Saturday, and only 2 games on Sunday. We'll start with the busiest section of our video, the Friday and Saturday games. This week, there's a whopping 8 teams that play a back-to-back on Friday and Saturday. Those teams are the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Florida Panthers, the Los Angeles Kings, the New York Islanders, the Ottawa Senators, the San Jose Sharks, the Seattle Kraken, and the Vegas Golden Knights. To start off the first list, I put both Kraken players on top, Matty Benier and Andrei Burakovsky. The Seattle Kraken are ranked 5th in the entire NHL for goals per game. And why not put 2 guys that are playing on their first line? Matty Benier went scoreless in the past 4, but prior to that, he had 11 points in the last 7 games. It's a great time to gamble and take advantage of impatient managers. As for Burakovsky, he just got off injury reserve and he will be in a great spot with some PP1 time. Both guys should be winners this weekend. Right under we have Anton Lundell, who's really seizing his opportunity with Florida right now. He's playing first-line minutes with Alex Barkov, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the left-wing eligibility pop up soon. Right after we have Brock Nelson, Mr. Second Line, second power play, second penalty kill. Started the season on fire, got a little colder, but he has 3 points in the last 4 games. Thomas Hertl, what a consistent man. Sure, San Jose are terrible, but Thomas Hertl keeps on producing no matter who he plays against. So even though it's a pretty bad spot at Pittsburgh and at Carolina this weekend, I have faith that Hertl will get a couple points. Carter Verhaeghe has 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points in the last 6 games. William Karlsson, first member of the OG line to make the list again this week. Another guy that's been very consistent recently. Second straight week that he makes the ranking. Last week he got 1 point in 2 games. So he's at number 7 right now. Right under we have Boone Jenner, who just got back from injury. This guy's a real Swiss knife as well. He plays between Johnny Gaudreau and Patrick Laine, and he also plays PP1. We follow up with 2 Los Angeles Kings players, Philip Danault and Victor Arvidsson, who both play together. They've been a bit on a cold streak recently, and I wouldn't be surprised that they light it up this weekend. Here's our second member of the OG line in Vegas, Raleigh Smith. This guy is a very cold right now. He hasn't scored in 10 games, but every time I pop open the TV and I see Vegas play, he is always a threat in the offensive zone. He shoots from anywhere and he's constantly trying to create offensive chances. Right after we have Logan Couture. The only reason Logan Couture is here is because he plays PP1 with Thomas Hertl, Timo Meier, and Erik Karlsson. Unfortunately, his linesmen are never steady and they lack a bit of offensive prowess. We follow it, Mr. All-Around, Jean-Gabriel Pageau. This guy hits, he gets a couple of blocks, he shoots the puck, and he has 8 power play points on the season and 2 shorthanded. And finally, Mathieu Joseph, 1% rostered. This guy just got back from injury not too long ago, and with Josh Norris going down and Drake Patterson being demoted to the 3rd line, Joseph is playing first line minutes with Tim Stützle and Brady Tkachuk. For Friday and Sunday, there is 2 teams, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Carolina plays an easier matchup against San Jose, but also a tougher one against the Boston Bruins on Sunday. Toronto plays against Ottawa and Washington. Both games will be at home. To start off the list, we have Michael Bunting. Michael Bunting plays with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Add in the fact that the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing both games at home. I like Bunting to do well this weekend. We also have Teuvo Teravainen for the Carolina Hurricanes, who's back on the first line with Sebastian Aho and Seth Jarvis. With Max Pacioretty's injury, I don't see Teravainen going down the lineup anytime soon. Right after, we have Kaye Jarnkrok, who's a little bit like Michael Bunting. The reason he's up so high is because he plays with John Tavares and William Nylander, who, in my opinion, are elite. Anybody that plays with these guys should be here. Seth Jarvis completes the Sebastian Aho, Teuvo Teravainen line. We also have Brady Shea. Brady Shea has 4 goals, 3 assists in the last 8 games. And with Jacob Slavin's injury, I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. He's also on the PP1. Jordan Staal averages about 1 point every 2 games, and he has very good peripherals when it comes to faceoffs and hits. And finally, Mark Giordano. Giordano is on a hot streak right now. He's got points in his last 4 games. For the Saturday and Sunday games, there's only one team playing this week. It's the Boston Bruins. I just saw them last Tuesday at the Bell Center, and my God, were they dominant. I couldn't help myself but to put David Krejci at number 1. This guy is aging like fine wine. Amazing vision, and all his passes are tape to tape. It's beautiful to see. I put Pavel Zacha as linesman at number 2. In case you guys don't know, David Pastrnak completes that trio. It is a very dangerous trio. Taylor Hall, probably the best third liner in the league, plays on the PP1 with the usual suspects. Craig Smith plays first line minutes with Marchand and Bergeron. He's in a good spot if the other guys aren't available. Charlie Coyle. Charlie Coyle is a very good under 10% rostered player to own. He plays PP2, PK1, and he plays with Taylor Hall on the third line. And finally, if all those guys are taken, we have Nick Foligno, a good peripheral guy, and Nick Foligno is up to 20 points this season. Now on to defensemen. Adam Larsson. This guy's having the best season of his career. He's already up to 20 points. This guy hits and blocks like very few defensemen in the league are able to do. Brady Shea, top pairing defenseman, second power play. We've talked about him a little earlier. He's got 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points in the last 8. A very good ad for this weekend. We also have Adam Boqvist. Boqvist has 7 assists in 17 games this season, but he's just finding his groove. He's got 6 assists in the last 9 games with a 0 differential on a very bad Columbus Blue Jackets team. The time to buy low is right now. He's only rostered at 6%. Matt Grzelcyk has 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points in the last 8 games. Ryan Pollock, rostered at 26%. Pollock is on the first pairing right now. He's a good shot blocker, and he's been extremely cold as of late. I would know I own him. But if Noah Dobson's injury carries through the weekend, Pollock's stock will be on the rise, especially if he keeps his PP1 spot. Sean Durzi plays second power play with the Kings and is already up to 24 points in 46 games this season. Right under, we have Radko Smash. I mean, if you guys have hits, blocks, you know how valuable Gudas really is. After the best hitter in the league, we have the best shot blocker in the league, Alec Martinez. He's now playing first pairing minutes with Alex Pietrangelo. And finally, Last but not least, we have Matt Benning on the San Jose Sharks. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that Benning would be up to 20 points right now, I probably wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. Not only that, but he solidified his PP2 place. Matt Benning is not a bad ad, especially not for deeper leagues. For the Sunday goalie starts, we don't have a lot of options, considering there's only 2 games. So I put Matt Murray in case Samsonov doesn't play. Matt Murray is 69% rostered, and it would be at home against the Capitals. I also added Jeremy Swayman, who's 77% rostered. He would be playing the Carolina Hurricanes. And in the more realistic waiver wire ads, we have Charlie Lindgren, who's rostered at 19%. He would play at Toronto, but watch carefully because Darcy Kemper might be starting that game. Same thing for Antti Ranta against the Boston Bruins. Keep a close eye. Frederik Andersen could and should be playing both games this weekend. And now onto the category section. We'll start with the shots. First up, we have Carter Verhaeghe. I know I messed up his name earlier. It's very hard for a French kid. Please be kind to me. He averages 3.1 shots a game, followed up by Brock Nelson and Anders Lee from the New York Islanders, averaging 2.8 and 2.7 shots a game. Riley Smith at 2.5, Oliver Bjorkstrand at 2.6. Then we have Taylor Hall and Victor Arvidsson, both averaging 2.5 shots a game. Logan Couture has 2.3, and Boone Jenner has 3.1 shots a game in a smaller sample. As for the blocks, we've mentioned the best shot blocker in the league earlier, Alec Martinez, by far the best. He averages 3.3 blocks a game, followed by his teammate Braden McNabb at 2.3. Andrew Peak and Scott Mayfield both averages 2.1. Mark Giordano has 2 per game, and Matt Roy and Eric Gudbranson both averaging 1.9 a game. For the hit categories, we have Matt Martin at number 1. He averages 3.8 hits a game, but the reason he's number 1 right now is he's compiled 3 games of 10 hits in the past month. That is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a fantasy player hit 10 hits 3 games inside a month, let alone an entire year. We follow that with Radko Gudas, who averages 4.1, Chris Kolesar, 3.7, Connor Clifton at 2.9, Jean-Gabriel Pajot and Will Borgen at 2.7. Alex Romanov has 2.5 hits a game, and Braden McNabb is averaging 2.3 per game. And we'll finish off with the faceoffs. Pajot is back on the list once again. He averages 11.1. That guy's a real Swiss knife. I love Pajot. Boone Jenner, another guy who's again on the list, averages 11.5 faceoffs per game. Thomas Hurdle at 9.6. Jordan Stahl at 9.5. Philip Danault averages 9 faceoffs per game. Logan Couture at 8.2. William Karlsson at 8 a game. Sean Corrali 7.9. David Kampf at 7.5. And finally, Alexander Wenberg at 7.3. For this video, I want to say a special thank you to everybody who kept watching to the end. Between both jobs and the snow removal and the new puppy I just got, a 6-week-old husky. It's a lot of work. I lost all my filming work the first time I did it. It didn't save for some odd reason. I had to redo it, and which made me realize how much respect I really have for Julian for making such a strong channel. I hope that I can get better and be half as good as he is, because really our only goal is to help you guys. So if you have any questions, I read every single comment on his videos, on my videos, and I will try to answer all of them. It's very hard to follow through everybody, but bear in mind that I read everything and I will try to answer and help you guys as much as I can. Please click the like and subscribe button. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys once again, and I will catch you guys next week. Go get those wins, guys.